Hey, this is Tim with Family First Triathlete. I'm glad you are striving to improve as a triathlete, and I'm here to help you get a little closer to your goals.
This is the quick video analysis for Andy. Andy is a beginner triathlete, and he rocked his first ever sprint triathlon last year. It was an ocean swim, and he only practiced swimming just a handful of times before doing it. The main thing that Andy wants to fix is his body line. His body line is vertically angled, or his legs drop in the water is another way of saying it. So as Andy swims, and especially after he turns to breathe, you can see that his body is essentially swimming uphill, or it is vertically angled up to about 20 degrees, which is pretty significant. This would be very difficult if you tried to ride your bicycle up a 20-degree incline. So Andy is having to work really hard to swim through the water at this angle. Now we can't just fix this problem by saying, oh, just take your head and put your head down more. While that might get his legs to come up some, he would end up submarining his head too far down if he were to just try to make an adjustment with his head. Andy's vertically angled body is actually the result of several things in his stroke that he's doing a little bit wrong. The first has to do with how much he rolls his head and lifts his head up when he breathes. So right here he turns his head and looks at the ceiling and lifts his head out of the water. Your head weighs about 8 kilograms. If you're trying to support that out of the water, your legs are going to drop. The second thing that he does to compensate is he pushes down at the front of his stroke with his hand. So by pressing down, he's creating an upward force, which is going to have your legs going down in the back. Anything you do at the front of your stroke is going to have repercussions at the back end. So this is true for both his left arm and his right arm. Here you can see it pushes down as well. And then the last thing that I think contributes to Andy's leg drop or vertical angled body position is his kick and how much he bends his knees when he's kicking. You can see, especially when you roll to breathe, how much knee bend you get. Almost 90 degrees full knee bend. When you bend your knees that much, it slows your body down. And whenever you slow your body down, your legs are going to sink because your center of gravity is down lower. Okay, now that we know what the problems are, how do we fix it? With your breath, I suggest exhaling underwater so that when you turn to breathe, you can have a quick inhale and your overall breath can happen much faster. Also, when you turn your head to breathe, if you watch, you should turn your head to about right here. That's how far you should turn your head, so that your eyes are looking directly sideways instead of turning all the way up to the ceiling. We want to go to about this point right here, and then put your head right back down. Now to fix your pull. When your hand enters the water, try not to have your palm facing down, but as early as you can, tip your fingertips down. Try to get your fingertips and hand to sweep down so that your hand and forearm are more in a vertical position. So it would go from here to here and make a big paddle that you can press straight backwards. As early as you can in the stroke, try to get your fingertips down and make a paddle with your palm and forearm. Here's your kick side by side with another swimmer. This other swimmer does not have a very strong kick, but what she does do well is she doesn't let her kick get in the way of her streamlined stroke by over bending her knees. So watch how much knee bend she has compared to how much you're having. You will get this big bend in your knee over here, and look at her legs. What's he doing?
His knees.
Oh, don't bend your knees.
Who can just do them straight?